everybody, Mr. Eric Jenkins coming at you with a brand new video. Today is Monday, which means it's Mail Monday, the day we go over all the cool things you picked up for the collections behind you, the media collections, the sticker collections, the pin collections, all that fun stuff. We're going to be going over what we picked up this week. It's been a wonderful Jocktober so far. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Jocktober as well. It's been pretty cool. I've been streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights on YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come and say hello while I play The Walking Dead and play Overwatch and all these other fun games. It's a good time. Come through. You know you wanna. But let's go over some of the cool pickups we got. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you guys have been picking up. Let's get into it. We do have some cards we are going to be going over to the table for after this, but we do have a handful of stacks of media, so let's get into it. First stack, right here. Great stack. Got it from a pawn shop up north on the Mass line. Gone there a handful of times. It's kind of been okay. Nothing too crazy, but there apparently is a card limit. I want to only pick up one item, and apparently I didn't have any cash on me, and you can only, $10 limit. So I have to spend $10 to use my debit card. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I got to find a couple more things. So for $3, I picked up Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the collector's edition. For some reason, I only have disc 2 of that. I don't know where, in what move I lost it, but apparently I lost it. For $5, I picked up Battlefield 5 for the Xbox One. Plan on probably playing the campaign. The newest Battlefield looks pretty decent. I'm going to give that a whirl probably a couple months after it comes out, maybe when the price drops a little bit. But I also did pick up Xbox Game Pass, so it might be on there. Who knows? But the thing that I really wanted to pick up, if you ever see these out in the wild, here's a tip 101 from a DVD collector. If you ever see these out in the wild for less than $10, pick them up without even researching them. 100% of the time, it works every time. For $3, we picked up Walt Disney Treasures, Davy Crockett. So what they did was in the mid-2000s, Disney released these special edition tins with inside contains usually a complete series. There's a musical set, early Mickey, Goofy, Donald, Hardy Boys, stuff like that. And very, very awesome. And it shows the timeline of when they came out, which is nice. And there's usually some historical features and stuff like that. If you see them without the tins, kind of give them a look down. But if they've got the tins, that's what's the most important part. This one is limited out of 150,000. But for $3, I could not pass this up. One of the better ones that I have, I picked this up from work, is the complete Goofy. We actually had a handful of these still factory sealed that I'm regretting not picking up. There's like Silly Symphonies and some of the early Mickey stuff, but I ended up passing. I only got the Goofy one because I'm big Goofy. I love Goofy, but for $3 couldn't pass it up. Next up, we have a handful of items that, long story short, is my car actually shit the bed. And I had to clean it out because I had to get a new engine installed. So there are some items that were supposed to be in other Mail Mondays that just never made it out of my car. So here are some of those items. These are all from the same Salvation Army, probably spread across 6 weeks. Basically what ends up happening is if I pick up 1 or 2 items, I don't put them in my driver's seat or like the back seat. I usually just put them in the trunk, and then I just totally forget about them. Because then I'll put a work shirt back there, and then it gets covered with the work shirt or a sweatshirt or something like that. So anyway, these were all picked up for about $1 to $2 a piece. I don't remember off the top of my head, but we have Disney's American Legends on DVD. Really cool set there. We have Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer on the 360. Couldn't leave this one behind. We have New Vegas Ultimate Edition for the 360. The best movie out of the whole bundle is a double feature featuring Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny from Mr. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And then the last two are factory sealed. This is a Frank Sinatra joint, The First Deadly Sin, still factory sealed, and a copy of Malcolm X, still factory sealed. So, very nice pickups there. And then we have some Barnes & Noble / Best Buy pickups from the past like couple weeks. Well, one of them is from like a couple weeks ago before I left on vacation, which is the Toolbox Murders. A Blue Underground pickup, which, weirdly enough, the SKU says it's from '03. So either this is back stock from them and they just finally put it out for sale. Because the Barnes & Noble that's in my hometown used to be a media center that had a whole area just full of DVDs and CDs. And then they got rid of it and they changed it into a toy section. However, the one in West Hartford still has that DVD and media section. However, the SKUs look like Borders SKUs, so this could have been a Borders buyout, because there was also a Borders that was in my hometown for a few years, close to '03 or '04 is when it closed down, so it could have been a buyout, but very cool Blue Underground flick, great mid-'70s slasher flick. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Next up, we have a book, Evil Serial Killers by Al Camino. I'm probably on a list somewhere with the amount of serial killer and horror books that I own and that I purchase from retailers. I was in the neighborhood and I needed to pick up a book for November. I'm trying to read at least one book per month. And they also had celebrations, which I am going to be uploading a video on my channel this week, so be on the lookout for that. Pokemon celebrations, I was also looking for some sports cards as well. And then the last thing, I was out and about looking for a few things, and I happened to go to a Best Buy to check some prices on some stuff, and I saw this. This is Night of the Animated Dead, which is the animated version of the classic 1968 Romero flick of the same name. This is going to be the film that's going to be my first cinema weirdo. I am conflicted on this film because it's shot for shot the movie, but in animated form. And then there's just a bunch of just issues in general. Don't go and buy it. If you are a huge Romero / zombie / Night of the Living Dead fan, rent it. Do not purchase it. It is not worth the $15 to $20 you're going to pay for it. For a physical copy, I would rent it. That's just me. But I'm going to do a full, in-depth breakdown of the film in the next couple weeks. Because this broke me. Anywho, next up for pickups, we have some work stuff over the past couple weeks. Random stuff here and there, some media, some games. Starting things off with a copy of Now You See Me on 4K. MLB Slugfest 06 for the PS2. Raven Squad. Now, this looked pretty rough, but I don't know. I like games that are kind of crappy, so I'm going to give it a whirl. Dead to Rights 2 for the PS2. Call of Duty World at War. For some reason, I only had a loose disc of this, and it was kind of scratched. We have a copy of Black, which does need a case replacement, but that's not a big deal. And then the two bigger hits, we have a copy of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Very excited about this because it is very, very clean. Usually when I see them, they're beat to crap. The disc is disgusting, or there's no manual. And it's usually 1, 2, and 3. This is probably the cleanest copy I've seen in a very long time. And I didn't have it for my collection. I don't have a big Wii or Wii U collection, and couldn't pass that up. And then the last piece de resistance. I had a customer come in, had some stuff out in her car, went out, took a look, made a deal, went to go write her up and said I'd help her bring some stuff in. And then she hands me this. It is Crash Bandicoot's Action Pack on the PS2. She says, I don't know if you want to add $10, 10 or 15 bucks just for gas. That would be if you want to buy this, or if it's even worth it. I paid $15 a few years ago. So without even batting an eye, I said, if you don't mind, just meet me at my car. Let me move this stuff in. I'm going to buy it from you personally. I collect video games. She knows I collect video games. So I told my boss I'm going to go on break, and then I, dealt with her off hours. So yeah, a factory sealed copy of Crash Bandicoot Action Pack. This includes Nitro Kart, Tag Team Racing, and Twinsanity. I don't know why there's 2 kart games in this bundle. That's the one thing that baffles me every time I look at it. I'm like, why are there 2 kart games? But it is what it is. There are some rips in the plastic, unfortunately. However, it's still, and there's some, it looks like they had it like a piece of paper on top of it and wrote on the paper lightly. Regardless, it's still 3 games I didn't have for the PS2 / 1 bundle I didn't have for the PS2. So I'm very excited about that. And you don't see these pop up very often, factory sealed. I know a couple on eBay have been popping up, but it's something I never see that often. So that's going to do it for the media. We are going to check out 3 cards that I did pick up for my personal collection. And we do that by giving ourselves a big old flip on over to the table, where I actually found this while getting my car ready. This was underneath the passenger seat. It is a Battle Styles Pokemon treasure chest. It has 5 packs, 2 foil cards, and some other goodies in there. That will probably be opened up on the channel eventually. But we do have 2 cards that I did get for my birthday. I'm not 100% sure if I showed them on the channel yet, but they are 2020 Panini Immaculate, both out of 49 relics for Ozzy Albies and Acuna Jr. Ozzy Albies has been having a phenomenal series, and unfortunately Acuna was injured very early in the series, or in the season. So unfortunately, it is what it is, but 2 great cards. So thank you, Rob, for those. And then this was an eBay purchase that I ended up getting. This is a Bowman Platinum Nick Matone card. A little bit of damage at the top, which I don't think was mentioned in the ad. There it is right there. But regardless, the card was less than $4. And then a little bit of shipping on top of that. It got here super quick. So that's all I really can ask for. I think he's going to be one of those players that's going to be on a lot of people's radars soon. I think he's going to be one of the better shortstops to come out in the past couple years. And the way he hits is just phenomenal. Even though he's a rival Philly, I'm still going to enjoy watching him. And that's going to do it for this episode of Mail Monday. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. We just passed 150 subs, so thank you. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Check out the streams Tuesday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come and say hello. Let me know down below what you guys have been picking up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.